Hey y'all, Kentucky Farmer here, and today we are back on the Westbridge Hills map in my test game for my 23rd video about Courseplay. In this video I'm going to show you how to use Courseplay to completely automate fertilizing a field using solid manure spreaders. If you're new to Courseplay and you missed the first 22 videos, you might want to go back and start from the beginning. There's a link in the description of my Courseplay tutorial playlist. So as you can see, we've got our two fertilizers set up here at the edge of this field. I'll bring up my HUD. This is field 17 that we're going to fertilize, and we're going to be using manure that's being stored down by the dairy farm. So we've already got one filled up here, and I'm going to hop over here to the empty one, and we're going to start with this tractor. So the first thing we need to do is set up our refill course. So if we're going to start the tractors here, then that means that we want to have a refill course that leads from this spot here all the way over to the dairy farm and back. So I'm going to pull right up here, we'll open up Courseplay, and we'll say start course recording. I'm just going to drive over here and work my way over to the manure storage point at the dairy farm. Alright, so now that we've made it over to the dairy farm, I'm sure if you've tried this before, you're asking yourself, how on earth is he going to fill that manure spreader? Well, we're going to use a front loader, and we're going to use a fill and empty shovel course on the front loader. So in order for this to work, once we've reached the spot where we want to sit so that we can get filled up by the front loader, we need to place a waypoint. And then we're going to keep driving this course so that we can finish recording it, and then we'll send this tractor around one more time, and he'll stop here at the waypoint. And once he's stopped back here again, we can then do the course for the fill and empty shovel. So we'll be back here in just a few seconds. Alright, so now that we've completed our course, we're going to go ahead and save this course. We'll call it Manure Refill from DF for dairy farm. Yeah, we don't currently have a field 17, so I'll create one. Alright. We'll move this under fields, and we'll move this one under field 17. There you go. Alright, so what I'm going to do next, so we're actually going to leave that loaded. I'm going to bring this over here. And I'm just going to tell it to drive course from the nearest waypoint. And we're just going to drive this as a transfer course. It'll still stop down there at that at the parking point, or the waypoint. Alright, so now we've reached our waypoint. I'm going to go ahead and hop out, and we will get into our wheel loader here, and we'll set up the second part of this course. So now we've covered how to do a fill and empty shovel course over at the BGA in a previous video. This is really no different. We're going to set it up the same. The only thing that's different about this is at the BGA, the hopper never moved, right? It was always in the same place. And once it was full, the wheel loader would always just kind of sit there over the hopper, and as room was made available, it would dump a little more in there. And if you've used these before, and you know, when I first tried this, I was like, there's no way this is gonna work, because here's what happens. Watch. Like, I've got 3,000 liters in my bucket. You can just dump it on the ground, right? So if there's nothing to put it in, it just goes away. And so I was thinking, well, you know, I'm going to set this course up, and then once the trailer's gone, or once the manure spreader's gone, this guy's just going to keep going to town. He's just going to dump manure on the road, and it'll be a big waste. Nope. If you've never seen this before, it's going to blow your mind. So, alright, I'm going to set this up. Just kind of like how I normally would, except we're kind of got cramped quarters, so I gotta get a little creative about how I set this up. We're gonna start with a little bit of an angle here. Alright, so we're gonna start course recording. Gonna head over here. And then we're gonna pick our bucket up first. It's also a lot easier to do if you record one of these courses while it's empty. We're going to set our first waypoint for the start, and we're going to drive up in here. There we go. And we're going to set this waypoint, and then we're going to reverse. Alright, and then we're gonna go forward. Come to about here. And then we're going to set another point, and then we're going to reverse. We're going to go forward, and we're going to stop. And then we can save this as refill manure dairy farm. Alright, and then we want to make sure we're in fill and empty shovel mode, and then we gotta come over here and we gotta set our positions. So our loading position is gonna be right there. Our transport position will be right there. Pre-unloading position be right there, and then our unloading position is going to be right there. And we actually do want to turn on stop and go loading, so we're going to activate that. Alright, and then we can just say drive course. Alright, so we're 40% full. I actually want to go with it like this. That way the two are staggered in the field and they don't both empty at the exact same time. So I'm going to go ahead and hit continue, but then I'm going to hop out and we're going to stay here for a minute, and I want to show you what happens when there's no trailer here. Look at that. He knows. He knows there's no trailer. And he is going to stop like 10 meters back from his dump point and wait for the trailer to come back with a full bucket. It's so awesome. Alright, so now we can go catch back up with our trailers and we'll finish, our manure spreader, and we'll finish setting up that part of the course. Alright, so now we're just going to hop into this tractor here and we'll set up our fieldwork course. So the first thing we need to do is put this in fertilizing seeding mode. And we'll come over here, we're going to do field 17. And we are going to start at the northwest corner and we're going to head south. And we do want to return to the first waypoint. The calculated width of this is 15 meters, but we're running 2 of them, so we're going to scroll this up until we get to 30. And then we'll go ahead and generate course. And now we need to add in our refill course. And then we need to do our offset, which this is going to be a left offset, so we scroll down of 7.5. And we do want to do symmetric lane change. And then we're going to hop back over here, and we're going to do the same thing. We'll set this up, fertilizing seeding. And then we're going to copy a course. And we're going to do a right offset, so we scroll up of 7.5. And we are going to activate our symmetric lane change. Alright, then we come over here and we can say drive course and drive course. Alright, so there you go, they are fertilizing. This is going to take a little bit to do this field. I'm just going to follow along with this first tractor here that's due to go back, and we'll fast forward the video. Alright, so now that we're back here, the wheel loader automatically sensed that we were returned and has started filling up. I think it takes about 5 buckets to fill this up. So we'll just sit here and watch this guy work and then continue on with our course. Alright, there's the last bucket. We're on our way back to the field, and the wheel loader will just fill up the next manure spreader. Okay, so that concludes the 23rd video in my Courseplay series. In the next video in this series, I'll be going back to the basics and giving a quick demo on using Courseplay with the chemical fertilizer options, both the liquid sprayer and the dry fertilizer spreaders. If you're interested in trying out Courseplay, I'll put a link in the description below to the mod website. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please click the like button and subscribe for more farming simulator videos. I'm Kentucky Farmer. Thanks for watching.